She doesn't need empowerment. I hate the word empowerment. I really hate it.
Her Excellency, Sara Madani, is one of the most prominent business figures in the UAE. Her ventures vary from fashion to tech to restaurant businesses, and her accolades include Entrepreneur of the Year and GCC Inspiring Women Leaders Award, in addition to being a member of the Sharjah Chamber of Commerce and Industry. On this episode, we hear what inspires her, how she started out, and what her real passion is. Welcome to Dubai Works, a business podcast about the innovators, the products, the services, and trending topics. Lovin Dubai's take on the business stories that matter. My name is Richard Fitzgerald. I'm the founder of Augustus Media, publishers of Lovin Dubai, Lovin Saudi, and Smashy TV. Each week, we'll be interviewing the dynamic business leaders of Dubai. Welcome to Dubai Works, Sara.
It's an honor. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming in. So would you like to be introduced as a serial entrepreneur?
Yes, because I'm so tired of people cornering me into the fashion business that I do. They're like the fashion designer, the fashion designer. I was like, I'm not. I'm an entrepreneur. You know?
And define an entrepreneur. How did you get into becoming an entrepreneur?
Define an entrepreneur first? To define an entrepreneur, it's a person who's willing to do anything and give up anything to be where they are and who they want to be. That's what entrepreneurship to me is about.
Do you think you have a natural instinct for business?
I think so. I actually, funny enough, my dad tells me when I was a kid, I don't remember. He says when I was like 8, 9, 7, we used to massage them for money.
Brilliant.
Typical house business.
Yeah.
And then he said that I also used to like buy candies and resell them to my cousins and use my older cousins as my employees. So my dad's like, you're completely weird for a child. So I think it was born like, I don't know if it's entrepreneurship you're born with, but the leadership skills, how to manage things and wanting to be independent and all that. So the only way to, let's say, to put that in action is to become an entrepreneur. So I remember when I was 15 starting, all I wanted to do was control how I make money, what I do with my money, and have control over the decisions I make in my life. That's all I wanted to do.
And how did that evolve? What did you study and how did you what was your first business?
My first business was the fashion business, but I went directly into having an office, a showroom, staff and all that, like at the age of 15. So... And
the fashion business is still going? It's
17
business?
Years. Oh my God, It's a lot of years.
Wow,
17 years. Yeah, but I've actually, in 2003, this was the year I took a decision to venture into different businesses because I believe, God created us for different things. And if we just think we're comfortable at doing something and we're good at it and we're making money, we don't actually go out there to discover our potentials. What if I can be the next big tech person or the next big Olympic swimmer or whatever? Yeah. But we need to go out there and discover ourselves.
Okay, interesting. So I'll switch a little bit to fashion. What's your inspiration behind fashion, and is that something that you've always been interested in the industry?
Actually, I was a tomboy all my life, so I don't think I was interested in fashion the way women are interested in fashion. All I wanted to do is change the way Emirati women wore their traditional clothes. And I wanted to make it look happier, because to me it looked like it was just a big cover, no silhouette, no shape whatsoever. So it made them look like they're hiding. So I just wanted them to shine and flaunt their culture and love it.
So you designed the clothes and the garments.
And in a very avant-garde way, completely different than I'm very risky with my designs. So I'll take what's out there and I'll put it in what's in here, and I'll make women flaunt their culture and not feel like they're like forced to wear it, but they love wearing it.
Did you get respect initially, or were people wondering, was that were you kind of groundbreaking as an entrepreneur in female fashion industry in UAE?
Actually, the first couple of years I was attacked a lot because I completely changed the way our traditional clothes look. And for some, they felt like it was disrespectful because they're not used to change. Change is hard, Change is inevitable. Like it happens, but it's hard to join it. It takes time. So I remember the same women that used to make fun of me and talk about me in the first couple of years became my loyal clients later, because they would come, check it out, try it on, leave, until they got convinced that, okay, I look modest, there's nothing wrong with what I'm wearing. It just looks different, and it's okay to be different.
And maybe they accept that it's coming from someone who understands the culture, and you would wear the clothes yourself, as opposed to an international designer.
It looks completely different. But like I used to make ones that look like suits. So it looks completely different. But in the end, you're modest. It's still abaya. It's still the traditional clothes.
Yeah.
So they started to like it, but it took time.
And we see you very prominent in the business landscape in the UAE. You chair boards. You've won a lot of awards and things like that.
Yeah.
How important do you think that sort of is for inspiration for other entrepreneurs? Or is that something that just happens naturally?
I mean, no, I think if you really want something, you can get it. But I mean, if me doing it at the age of 15, back then where I had zero opportunity, and look at the opportunities people have right now. So when someone says I can't, I don't take that as, if they say no, I don't want to or I can't, I get really offended because I'm like, you have so much that you can take and use right now that I couldn't use back then. So I think showing people, like as a case study, me doing it at a young age, me being a woman, me being different and not caring is just, yeah, you can say I am probably like a role model to a lot of women out there to prove to them that they can do anything they want.
And we're here in Dubai, and you know, you're Emirati female entrepreneur. How important do you think the kind of leadership and the environment here is in your success?
I think, to be honest, our sheikhs and all the royal families and our leaders, they are pushing the woman to become everything she can be, and they're opening doors and they're showing them the way. And I feel like women are just shaping the country right now. It's scary being a man these days. We're taking over, you know. But no, you see them sitting on like on board seats, on their CEOs, their ministers. Like there are more ministers that are women than are men. But it just shows you that if you show a woman she can, she will.
Okay.
She doesn't need empowerment. I hate the word empowerment. I really hate it. Like,
okay, interesting.
I feel like I've never seen a bunch of men holding hands and saying empower us, you know? Like if you want to be equal, you don't need empowerment. You just need inspiration. You need someone to inspire you and show you can, and you will. That's it.
And do you think business is a good vertical for that?
100%. 100%, yeah.
What are the other businesses that you've started?
So I have a tech company in Los Angeles. I have a celebrity concierge company in Los Angeles as well.
Wow.
And I have a marketing branding agency, and fashion design. I'm in F&B as well.
Yeah, I read about that. It's a play on Shepherd's Bush, the restaurant.
Yeah, yeah.
Explain that one.
Yeah, so basically, the word Shepherd Bush,
Okay.
which stands for Shepherd's Bush,
Yeah.
it's basically how my grandmother, my mother, their grandmother, and till this day, my cousins called Shepherd's Bush, and it's a place where all the Arabs go to shop, and they love it, and it's very down to earth and
in
stuff.
West
And
London,
they can bargain there.
Okay.
Arabs love to bargain, so you can bargain there in London. So they love it, but they call it Shepherd Bush.
Okay.
So it's a nostalgic experience. The name takes you back to London. It reminds you of the area where the food is good, but it's affordable. The portions are huge, but they're still affordable. You know.
What kind of food is it?
It's English.
Okay.
Yeah, but the thing is, I actually sold sold a restaurant, and I'm reopening the whole concept. I kept the concept to myself, but resold the location, and I'm reopening the concept somewhere else in Dubai.
Okay.
Yeah.
You recently got married to a businessman as well. How does that dynamic work?
That's perfect. Because if you're married to somebody that doesn't understand what you do, they become a burden.
Yeah.
And they start to break your wings instead of fanning them to fly.
Okay.
So my husband and I have an understanding. We support each other. We learn from each other. So my husband would actually call me and say, "Hey, what do you think of this, this, this?" And I'd call him and say, "Hey, what do you think of that?" There's no ego. There's no pride. We actually learn a lot from each other, and it's fun because we started businesses together now that we are launching in Dubai soon. So it's just really nice.
And what's your tech business? What industry is that in?
That's in the gaming.
Okay.
So we do games, we do robotics, hardware, software in the States.
Very diversified.
Yeah, and it's something that I had zero knowledge in.
Yeah.
So did my restaurant. I had zero knowledge, but I Googled how to do them, and everything is available online.
And will that be something that you can bring here as well?
Actually, I want to stay in the States for now because I'm testing a lot of things, and once I prove the concept and everything, the company is 4 years old, so it's not a beginner or a startup anymore.
Okay.
But I really want to prove the concept and then bring it to the UAE.
And moving back to fashion again, what do you see the trends are in the region at the moment, and how do you think the kind of convergence onto digital and e-commerce is shaping the industry?
Yeah, I mean, the e-commerce and digital is definitely wiping off the industry. People don't even go to stores anymore. Like I had 3 branches and I downsized it to 1 office only, and we're online now because it's just, you know, online is taking over and people are building this, you know, trust. Online trust that where they, before I would say, oh, I would not buy this, what if it doesn't fit me, what if that, but they made it so easy that you can return it and get all your money back and all that. So women are tending to shop online a lot. It's not big in the UAE yet, shopping online, but it's definitely growing.
It's growing.
Even in the region as well.
Yeah.
But the trends nowadays, usually the trends back then were always forecasted and they were always predicted. Now you can't predict the trends because you have a lot of influencers, you have a lot of celebrities that are creating their own trends. So trends are crazy right now. You can see people wearing denim, you can see people wearing like stuff from the 60s, like like what they call them, mommy jeans.
Okay,
and they're both going to be in trend at the same time. And you're like, oh wait, that's not how it works. You know, trend is something at each thing at a time. But because of this influential let's say, platform like social media that they gave these influencers the right to actually take the steering wheel and drive the trend car everywhere. So everyone has trends happening.
So you think that maybe influencers or niche small fashion businesses have more of a chance? Is it like David versus Goliath, they can take on the big fashion labels?
I swear, tomorrow if I tie a plastic bag on my head and a couple of other influencers, friends of mine did it, it'll be a trend and it'll be useless, but that's how trend works.
So
I won't
be
do
great
that
for the environment, but tie something else and let's get started trend.
We'll use recyclable papers.
Exactly. Cool. If you weren't in entrepreneurship and business, what are your other passions? What would you be into?
I think I would be like a spiritual person on top of a mountain somewhere alone. Like I love those kind of things. I'm very spiritual. I believe in positivity and Zen and all that. So I think I'd probably be something like that. But
is that how you get downtime? Do you meditate and things like that?
Yes, but also like probably a lot of people don't know this about me. Out of all my businesses that I do is my public speaking, because I feel like I can teach, support, help people. So it brings me closer to my purpose because I believe that my purpose in life is people. I'm there to support and teach and guide and all that.
And you get most back from that.
It feeds my soul. Yeah. I feel really like I'm living when I do that.
Okay.
Everything else I do is entertaining. It's fun. I love. I enjoy. But that's what I really am good at. So I'm actually writing a book. Oh, wow. It was supposed to be ready January on my birthday, but I couldn't do that because I'm dyslexic. So it's so hard to write and read and all that. Yeah. It basically tells you how to download the best version of you.
Oh, wow.
And how to become a better person and to go back to your roots of being human. And how that supports you in your business, in leadership, in your relationship with people and everyone around you.
Well, that's a good note to finish on. We look forward to the book.
Thank you so much.
It's been a pleasure having you on.
It's an honor.
Thanks very much and we'll keep in touch.
Thank you so much.